Going on, y'all? Jesus with Corpus Christi Originals. In this podcast episode, we have the pleasure of having as our guest Dale Stephan. Dale is husband of the leading ladies of Corpus Christi podcast, Brittany Mute. Dale's an awesome dude. He likes music, movies. He's into advertising and marketing on social media, and he's a husband and a family man. So check this out if you're interested. Continue listening to the podcast. All right, welcome to the show, Dale.
Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So your Brittany Mute, your wife, she was like, you gotta get Dale on the show. So we got you on the show. How you feel about it?
It's good. I'm excited. I'm excited to be here. I've only probably been on like one or two podcasts, so it's pretty cool.
Cool, man. Yeah. And your wife does podcasts all the time. That's crazy.
Yes, she does. Leading Ladies of Corpus Christi.
That's right. Yeah, check it out, guys, if you haven't.
Since 2018. So it's been going on for like four years, going on 5 years now.
Yeah. So were you like pushing her? Hey, you should. Did she come up with the idea, and then you were like, hey?
That was 100% all her. The podcast is like 100% her. That has been like her passion project. That has been her like very personal thing that she wanted to do. She wanted to give a shout out to all the different people of Corpus Christi doing something, and the Coastal Bend too. It's like not limited to Corpus Christi. It's called Leading Ladies Corpus Christi, but it really covers a lot of South Texas, and it's grown so much. I mean, it's not all female guests. It's like we found out through like looking at the data. There's a lot of it's split down the middle of listeners. It's men and women like equally, and so she has dudes come on now. Like, she's had dudes come on, but it's like people asking, hey, yeah, can I come on? She's like, yeah, sure. She's not gonna turn anybody down. So it's pretty cool.
Dude, that's very interesting, man. It's a cool little niche. I want to say niche. I don't know if that's a cliche term, but that's awesome. That's cool, man. So you helped her along with that. Do you help edit the videos and all that stuff, or do you get involved in all that?
Yeah, I help her with that. I mean, like I said, it's her thing though. Like I don't want to take it away from her. It's right. Very much her. She has an idea, and give my like, oh yeah, this is cool, and help her get it going. And stuff like that, get more memory in the server for the different episodes going up.
That's cool, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I was asking you about the condenser mics that you would, or the mics, and you were like condenser mics. I was like, oh, okay, yeah.
Dynamic.
There you go.
Yeah, they help with. They have that broadcast noise. They're very good, but you have to talk straight into them. You don't. It goes a little wacko.
That's crazy. So, are you into that type of stuff? Like, I guess like sound quality. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, I like things like I'm really into movies, and I was really into movie production. And one year we got all this gear to make like little home productions, like little short films, like whatever we wanted to do, and also to compete in like CC7 Day. And I also wanted to do like some freelance work, and we did it. We did it all, and we did a couple of films for CC7 Day. Like I have this right here because I was editing a podcast the other day. It's one of the things we got a light kit, and we got some mics, but the first set of mics we got were absolute ass, dude. Like we had a shotgun mic and a crappy dynamic mic that was like $12. I didn't get better stuff till later on. You learn a little bit more, and especially when you're editing these things and you see how everything comes out, you'll see what works better. So that after a while, we definitely upgraded a few things for the better. So got a tripod, better lens for like shooting video and that sort of thing. So,
dude, that's awesome. So you're into movies, obviously, man. So how did you get into that type of stuff?
Movies?
Yeah, movies and production and all that other stuff. I mean, all that.
Well, I got into production and shooting video because I liked movies. I like stories. I like all sorts of stories. That's why I'm in what I'm in now. Like it's a different way to tell a story. Why I got into news. It's just all my movies, all the books behind me. It's a huge part of my life and how I've made like a lot of decisions. Like just right now, we watched the movie I'm watching since I've been a kid, and any way you can tell a story is great. So,
dude, that's awesome, man. Yeah. So you said you're telling a story with what you. So what do you do for your job? I guess.
Right now, I'm in advertising and marketing, and I do a lot of organic content. Organic meaning we're not paying to put it in your face. Like it is, we're going to put this blog online. We're going to send you this email if you signed up for it. We're going to create organic social posts that you can see because you follow the page, not because we paid for it to show up on your news feed on Instagram or Facebook. So I'm on very much the organic side, just creating the content for organic purposes.
So do you handle like more than, I mean, how many accounts do you handle?
A lot.
Wow, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
That's
quite a bit.
I can see how that can be a full-time job because you got to get to understand each one of them individually, I guess, you know, what they're trying to do.
And there's like probably have about like 4 clients where every week I'm doing something for them, and then others who pop up like a month or every other month. So it like really just like depends. Like there's one client I built an email out once a quarter, and I just did one for them like last week. But theirs will take some time. They're a little bit different, and so everybody has a different voice.
Yeah, dude, for sure. That's what I'm saying. I can imagine. So you do that full time. You do that from home. Well, how's that different from an actual job, like clocking in, clocking out? I guess you could say.
I mean, I don't have somebody like at my office door watching me work, so that's good.
Right.
It's just pretty much it's easier in a lot of ways. Like as soon as I'm ready to get to work in the morning, I get to work. So like if I wake up in the morning, I can jump on the computer at 6:15 and like look at some things, get stuff in order, maybe like knock out like a thing or start something, and then I get ready for the day, get my wife and son ready for the day, lunches, breakfast, drop kid off at daycare, wife goes to work, and then I'm back home picking it right back up.
Crazy, man.
And then it's like, okay, work's done, and I'm done at like 5:30.
Yeah,
I don't have to be on the traffic on the Crosstown Expressway to get back home. Another 30, 45 minutes. I was like, oh, here I am, right here.
Yeah. Are you from Corpus originally?
Yeah, well, I was born in Kingsville, and I lived in Bishop, but I pretty much spent most of my life here.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, Bishop, they got a plant out there, so that's pretty
cool.
Yeah, Celanese, my stepmom worked there, man, for years, maybe like 20 years or something.
My dad worked there, my grandpa worked there, my aunt worked there.
Crazy.
I think my uncle worked there too.
Oh, wow, that's nice, man.
Yeah.
Crosstown Expressway, SPID, all that stuff. So what's let me ask you, is social media good for us or bad for us? Why do you think so? Why do you think not?
Man, I'm going to candy bars are excellent, right? They taste good.
Yeah.
Snickers, Zero Bar, Butterfinger. But too much of it sucks. You could jack up, you get diabetes.
Right.
Problem, you gain weight. That's social media. I mean, you got to use it the right way. You got to take it in little doses, and yeah, I mean, it helps businesses out. It's definitely helped a lot of businesses out. It helps people stay connected, and that's why it's super great. But it's also super addicting for people. It also can give a false look at how things are to people, especially with like, I mean, if you've noticed now, I don't know if you've noticed, Instagram has changed things up a lot to where, a cell phone picture that might not even have like a good framing or anything is doing better than a super professional picture. And it's because they're really trying to make it to where the more authentic, organic image that anybody could do comes across the feed more. Like, this is how that stuff works.
That's so weird. They're trying to make it organic, and they're making it less than that because they're trying to make it organic.
They're trying to make it, so everybody can relate to it.
Right.
I can't relate to The Rock working out in a gym.
For sure, bro.
But if you see a picture of my friend working out in the gym, I can relate to that.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, it's like the YouTube, because I uploaded YouTube videos, guitar videos, like a long time ago, and there was one that got a lot of views, and I was like, man, that one sucked. Why? How come this one didn't get views? You know what I mean? So it's kind of like whatever you throw out there, what people are gonna like, they're gonna like, and that's the only way that you can figure it out is if you put it out there.
Yeah, it is a lot of trial and error. I mean, for work, I definitely want posts to perform well. I definitely want stuff to look good. So there's a happy balance of, making sure this is going to get seen by people and people are going to relate to it. Versus, something else. Now, like my personal page,
Yeah.
it's whoever sees it sees it. This is just for me to look back on one day, for my kid to look back on one day, or for my family somewhere else to see.
Yeah. So how do you gauge that in terms of like mystery? Do you look at it like that, or it's just no? This is just me.
It's just me. I mean, it's mostly me. I don't have my name on there though. On Instagram anyway. On Facebook, my whole name's there. You can Del Rey Stephán. There it is.
Yeah. What's the story behind the name? That's I was interested in
My
that.
name or on Instagram?
The one on Instagram. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So Hops Mesquite. Well, I hated Instagram when it first came out because of I liked the icon.
Yeah.
I thought the name was awesome. Oh, that's a great name. Instagram, that's really cool. That's really retro looking, like Polaroid camera as your logo. That's badass. But then I got on there and it's filled with fucking filters, man. Just filtered picture. Like, this is bad. Look, people are obsessed with this like super saturated, grainy filter. In the beginning. And I hated it. I was like, ugh. You know what I mean?
So you said that.
So right in the beginning, I didn't like it because of that. But I came around to it. Had a lot of friends. Hey, just do it. You take a lot of pictures. You can post your pictures on there. And then my wife had it, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna focus on beer and barbecue. There was a good window in my life where I was kind of a beer snob. And I barbecued like crazy. Like I'm talking like every day.
Yeah.
There was that pit was getting lit. Like
nice.
And we were doing something. I was okay. I'm just gonna focus on beer and barbecue. Well, shortly after that, we were gonna become parents, and it changed.
Change, bro. That's a change for real.
Yeah, it's gonna be used for something else now. But I still haven't put my full name there. And now recently, there's an update in the past few months where it doesn't even say your IG tag in a message. It says your name now.
Oh, crazy.
And so as a joke, I had somewhere, you know who I am. I think like in a bio or my name that wasn't displayed. My wife says, "Hey, why did you change your IG username to you know who I am?" I'm like, and then like all of a sudden it came back to me, like forever ago.
Yeah.
That's what I had plugged somewhere. So I just want to change it back to Hops Mesquite. You can see Hops Mesquite. Hot beer, mesquite. I only use mesquite firewood for everything.
I was gonna ask, are you 100% mesquite or you use propane?
Yeah, I'm pretty much 100% mesquite.
That's just
it might smell like some brushes burning, but it's just me. Don't call the fire department.
You smell for like a day, right?
Well, if I'm gonna barbecue, I want to taste the smoke, and I know how. I feel like I can do it for me. And anybody can do what they want. You want to do post oak, you want to do apple, you want to do pecan, you want to do peach. Do whatever you want. Whatever you want to do. There's really no wrong way, but there's really no wrong way to barbecue. And I like to use mesquite. I can honestly say I might be a little biased, but I have had people eat my food. That's what I'm using. I'm using mesquite. They're like, "Oh no, mesquite's trash wood." I'm like, "Well, you're fucking eating it, bro." You're eating trash wood. Sorry.
Bro, to be honest, I wouldn't even be able to tell the difference, bro. I'm just like, hey, that's a good steak. That's good ribs. It's all good here.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
It's seasonings and you gotta be careful with the smoke. I don't use lighter fluid in anything.
Interesting. How do you get started?
Paper, and I use a charcoal chimney. Or I just, make a little mound with some paper spray with olive oil in the middle and light it on fire and put the wood over it.
Nice. Cool. That's a good way. So do you get your meat from a certain place, or how do you handle that?
I get my meat from all over. I'm Moody's and Staple Street. Moody's Meat Market at Staple Street have always been some good go-tos. HEB, Sam's Club.
Cool, man.
I'm not like I try to support local as much as possible. So like if there's something like I'm getting ready to go to I got to do a work trip this week, and I always stay with a friend of mine. I'm gonna take them some like Moody's fajitas. They like Moody's fajitas.
Oh, nice.
The Staple Street has a lot of good things too, chicken steaks, stuff like that. It's fun to support local. We're really big on that, and I want to say that's one of the positive changes we made when the pandemic started. It was just focusing more on buying local.
Right.
Like I'm wearing a shirt, Texas made. This is Texas brand. I have like 3 of your shirts, 1 of your hats. Brittany's got so much local swag. It's crazy.
Yeah, bro.
These are locally done.
Yeah.
We go to farmers market when we can. We go hit up local restaurants when we can. Just that's one of the things that because during that time,
Mm-hmm.
people really needed some revenue as much as they could,
Right.
And so we're like, hey, let's do that. Let's go do what we can do to help people out.
Yeah, man. It's like
And
you have that.
and we already we did, like, don't get me wrong, we did. It was we always had a really local mindset, but I would say like during the pandemic, like let's really stay as local as possible. And yeah, so that's what we did.
Dude, that's what's up, man. It's like you have to understand that. You have to understand that to be able to do it. Because sometimes we don't. There's people are oblivious to that. Like as far as supporting local, how it helps the economy. You know what I mean? It's like you have to understand that to be able to do that.
Not only does it help the family business that you're going to, it also, like, those little like sales tax dollars come right back to us.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, why not, right?
That's why tourism is very important to our city,
Mm.
and we as residents need to accept that. We're at the beach.
Yeah, it's like I grew up. I'm guilty. I grew up. Corpus sucks. You know what I mean? We just, people have that mentality. I had that mentality, and it's like I said, like you have to understand that to do it. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you're just like whatever. And it sucks to have that attitude, I think. And when I created the brand Corpus Christi Originals, it really opened my eyes even more to what we have down here. You know what I mean? The pop ups, what your wife is doing for the city, and it surprised me to see how many people want to represent Corpus.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of good stuff here. We have the best tacos. You can't get around that. Anytime I see some pendejo in San Antonio put where can you find the best tacos in San Antonio, you gotta drive 2 hours south, buddy. Got to. We have a lot of really good food, not just Mexican food. We have a lot of really good food. We got steakhouses. We have little bars. We have bands that people love. We have a lot of great artists here.
Mm-hmm.
We have been on like the food truck local art train since before it was like a big thing.
Crazy, bro.
There's a lot of stuff here in Corpus Christi. Now, when I say we, I'm talking about the city.
Right.
Like, I mean, think about when you were a kid. Where'd you see food trucks at?
Mm.
All over the place, man.
Right.
My grandmother lived in Hiawatha, and just driving down Baldwin to go to her house, there's food trucks all over the place.
Mm.
And I mean, to me, that's just always been, food and art have always been a big thing in this city.
Mm-hmm.
Beach, fishing, hunting, there's a lot of great things here. And I love it. I'd love to, like, be a part of, letting people know about this city.
Yeah.
I always talk really good about it when I go to work. My company's in Austin. I go to the office in Austin. I'll wear a Corpus Christi shirt every single time.
Nice.
Dudes there who used to live here, and they just think it's funny. Like, it's pretty crazy how much you want to rep that city. Like, it's you see people go to Austin, they're like, oh, Austin,
Yeah.
Tony, it's great. It's close. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, I like it. I love it. It's a great city.
Yeah, it is a good city, man. And I was telling Brittany in the podcast, like it'd be cool if we actually own land here. People that live here owned it. Which a lot of us are through our homes and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's cool, bro. Yeah. Let me see. What's the best rock song of all time?
I don't know, man.
What are you listening to now?
I'm listening to the same music I've been listening to for the past like 10 years.
Oh yeah.
I listen to a lot of. Let's see, like this week, I listened to some Black Sabbath. I listened to this band called Turnover. I listened to Fall Out Boy. I listened to some Linda Ronstadt. I listened to what's that song? But hold on, I have my playlist up right here. There's an old song by Vanessa Williams called "Save the Best for Last." What is this from? Don't play. It's from an album from '91, bro. I'm all over
91.
the place. All over
90s.
the music.
Bro, I'm sorry, man. Excuse me for a second. My wife's trying to hold on. Sorry, bro. My daughter had to come back inside and pee. They left for a little bit.
It's no worries.
There she is. She wanted to say hi. You want to say hi, Mama?
There's a lot of music I listen to, like when it comes to hard, like we're talking about rock. Metallica's put out a lot of really good songs, and when it comes to the Ride the Lightning album, Call of Cthulhu, if I could play that, I think that'd be really cool just to play that song.
Yeah, that's cool. So do you play?
Their instrumental tracks amaze me. You know, you had Orion on Master of Puppets, you had Call of Cthulhu on Ride the Lightning, and even on their first album, Kill 'Em All, they had the Anesthesia Pulling Teeth. That was mainly bass. But it was still really cool, and all three of those songs, man, those are really cool, you know. And those three albums, I mean, even Injustice for All with To Live Is to Die, that's great. And Cliff Burton still had a hand in writing that, so that's also really cool that they went ahead and recorded that and gave them the credit for it. But they put out some really good music, and that's a band that I listened to like my whole life. There's a lot of music I listened to my whole life. I can't even remember everything like off the top of my head.
How'd you get it? How'd you learn to like listen to different, I guess, different styles of music?
So, my parents they were real careful about what they let me listen to. So for the longest time, the only thing that my dad would let me listen to that wasn't like church music was oldies.
Crazy.
So that's how I learned about a lot of like old bands like Pink Floyd, classic rock stuff. But then that led to, like Black Sabbath, led to Ozzy Osbourne, led to Metallica, led to stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so like there was no way I was going to get around that. Whatever my cousins listened to, like, do you remember Scarface from like 90s? The album Scarface.
No.
He's a Houston rapper. There's an album called The Diary. Let me check.
Crazy.
Call me out. Yeah, The Diary. It came out in '94. I was right.
But who did that one?
Scarface. He was a Houston rapper.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah, and man, it's vulgar. But listening to it as an adult and being as a kid, you're like, oh wow, he said all this stuff. But now as an adult, you go hear it because I'll play it every now and then. I was just rat-a-tat-tatting over here writing like best things to do while you're at the beach, right? But you listen to it and you're like, oh man, this is just what he experienced while living in Houston, and it's a very real lifestyle for a lot of people. It's very authentic because like he went through all this stuff.
Wow, so you like that type of stuff where it's like real like that?
Yeah, I guess so. I think stuff that can actually like pull emotion out of you, like, is really cool. That's why I like movies. That's why I like reading stories.
Yeah.
Why I like the business I'm in. It gets a bad rep. A lot of people consider it to be like a certain way, but like, well, I'm just showing you how great something is, and I'm reminding you of how that brand business will make you feel. Just reminding you that you love this and go check it out every now and then. It's just a reminder. That's all it is.
That's awesome, bro. It's like more than just superficial. It seems because people's emotions are involved. People are involved.
So there's a good part probably between. Like I said, watched a lot of movies. I had 2 tapes I went back and forth on growing up. And they were both recorded. One was Batman, Michael Keaton, the Joker, the first Batman. It was before Batman Forever Batman Returns even came out.
Right.
The other tape that was recorded for me was New Kids on the Block concert.
Crazy.
At one of the Disney's, World or Land. I don't know. One of them.
Yeah.
Both of them were flooded with commercials from 89, 90.
Wow.
And it was awesome. Not made like that anymore. And those commercials stuck with me to this day because each of those commercials tell a story. A story was being told in those commercials. And to this day, like, especially around Halloween, Christmas, Thanksgiving, I'll go watch these 1 hour Halloween compilations from commercials of the 90s.
Crazy.
Yeah. It's just stories being told.
That's crazy, bro. So you use a lot of that with what you're doing, like for your job, then. Dude, that's interesting, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. 80s Batman was freaking awesome. I remember seeing it in theaters.
Yeah.
89, I think, or something, right? I don't remember.
Yeah. So my grandparents.
Nice.
This is from pre-90. My grandparents taught me this in Mexico.
Wow, bro.
Yeah, I keep it. I have a lot of this stuff like you'll see around me. I didn't buy any of it.
Yeah. You didn't buy any of it.
People give me toys to this day, man.
It's
I was
crazy.
playing this little Predator earlier.
Yeah.
I didn't buy it.
Yeah, and that's funny because I asked Brittany, I was like, well, I see all those books back there. And she's like, oh, this is all Dale stuff.
That's a mix of our stuff. Like this is all her right here. That's pretty much her. I'm right here. I have paperbacks.
She got you on the bottom shelf, bro.
No, I put it on the bottom because it fit. Those hardbacks are huge.
Yes.
This is that's out of print. That's Fire in the Sky. Did you ever watch that movie?
Yeah, dude. Dang, heck yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, when I first watched it as a kid, I was like, what the heck? And then I just watched it recently because I had it on, I think, Amazon Prime. I was like, oh, okay, this is what it is, you know?
Yeah.
So that's cool. That's cool, bro. What's a movie or TV show you're ashamed to admit you watched?
I'm really ashamed to admit I watch anything. Give me something you would think I'd be ashamed to watch, and we'll see if I watch it. And I'll tell you how I feel.
I don't know. It was just a random question. To be honest, to be honest, I really don't watch TV. I mean, I like movies rather than TV shows, because TV shows take too long. That's just what I think. I mean, but I am watching Mr. Robot on Amazon.
That's a good one. I never got to finish that one. That's a good one.
No. Yeah, it's really cool, man. That's awesome. Top three favorite producers, or not producers, but directors.
Steven Spielberg, Robert Rodriguez. It's hard to nail down the third, man. James Cameron's done a lot for me. Martin Scorsese's done a lot for me. Catherine Bigelow's put a lot of good stuff. Sofia Coppola's put a lot of good stuff. I mean, there's it's hard to nail down three.
What do you mean? What do you mean by like done a lot for you?
Like their movies, like it all comes back to like pulling out an emotion from you. Like, have you ever seen? Steven Spielberg takes a cake on that though. Like Empire of the Sun. You know what I mean? What I like about Steven Spielberg is he'll make a very heartfelt, heart-wrenching, emotional movie, and he'll make Jurassic Park, which does the same thing, but it's obviously funny because Schindler's List and Jurassic Park came out within like a year of each other, I think.
So that's interesting, bro.
He's really good at doing that. 93, and then Schindler's List 93, yeah. And he's kept that up. So you have E.T., you have Empire of the Sun, you have Amistad, you have Saving Private Ryan, and you have like something fun that he did. Like, what did he do? He did the Tintin movie, I believe.
Mm-hmm. It was like animated or some kind of animated.
Yeah, I want to make sure he did it because I know Robert Zemeckis was also messing around or stuff like that. Well, either way, he knows how to do fun and he knows how to do emotional too. Munich and War of the Worlds came out in the same year. In the summer, you had War of the Worlds. In the winter, you had Munich. You had a
Right.
very like blockbustery, fun movie. Of course,
Mm-hmm.
there was some like moments of peril in there that made you wonder. But all in
Yeah.
all, it's a blockbuster movie. But then you
Yeah.
followed up with this like really serious movie that really happened, Munich.
Crazy. So the diversity that he can create in his films is big for a
Yeah, it's
direct.
also just really, they're magical moments. You have the Indiana Jones trilogy. I didn't say the fourth one because we don't talk about that one.
Whatever. Talk about
The
that
Indiana
one.
Jones trilogy is great, and you know, yeah, man, he knows how to make people feel. Now, some people might not like him, and that's fine. It's fantastic. I like the new Batman movie, and a lot of people didn't like it. It's okay
Mm.
to not like something that someone else likes. Go like what you like. It's great.
Yeah.
I
So
watch shit movies too. Like I watch the Fast and the Furious at least once a year.
crazy, bro. That's cool.
Some people
Yeah.
love movies.
Yeah, I didn't know how to just appreciate a movie like because one time I was at my aunt's house and we watched like it was like a I don't know, it was like a crappy movie. I don't remember what it was, but she was like, "Oh, this and this about it." I was like, "Oh yeah, I did notice that about that." You know what I mean? So just be able to keep like an open mind about what you're watching
Yeah,
is pretty cool.
yeah. Movies are interesting. I can only think of one movie that I actually walked out of and will never watch again. Other than
Hmm.
that, well, like I said, I can only think of. Maybe there's something that'll come up. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna watch that again. But there's one movie I walked out of. It was right when my wife and I first started dating. We went
Hmm.
to go see Miami Vice, the movie.
Oh, crazy.
I walked out. We're like, oh. I think they were on a boat, and I was just like, I'm fucking done with this movie.
So that boat moment was like, nah, let's go. That
Yeah,
was like the
and she's like, yeah, and we
yeah,
left.
let's go. That's cool, bro.
I
Have
liked
you ever?
I liked the Miami Vice show. I used to watch the reruns all the time. I just that movie, fucking hated the movie.
That's weird, bro. So what?
I
I
liked
mean,
everybody in there. Jamie Foxx, Colin Farrell,
what was it
great.
about? Yeah, what was it about? I
The
mean,
director Michael Mann, awesome. He did Heat, but that movie, I just
it's
was
crazy.
watching it and I was like, damn. And I kind of got the same vibe from my wife when we're boyfriend and girlfriend at the time.
Hmm.
But I was like, hey, she's like, oh yeah.
So how'd y'all meet, man? Y'all met in high school?
I had just graduated high school. She was already in college.
Mm,
Um, I worked at Hollywood Video, and she came in there to return a movie that her mom had rented that they already owned. So I did
mm.
that exchange, and I saw her and was just completely like, damn, that was it. For a whole year, I had to wait before we actually started dating.
That's cool, bro. Hollywood
Yeah,
Video, man. Damn.
yeah, I had to wait for a whole year, like, and like it was insane. Like, I just think about her, like, and
Yeah, bro. That's awesome, man.
we knew some of the same people, and then eventually summer came around again, and she was down, and we went to go see The Omen, the remake, which was ass. But you know, about maybe 2 weeks after that, we
Hmm,
just hung out one night. We drove from 11 o'clock at night till 7 the next morning almost.
crazy.
And that was it.
That's
I
what's
was like,
up,
okay,
bro.
cool.
Damn, hell
Found it.
yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
no,
Found it.
I think I was here. What's that night? Yeah, I was 19. I
Wow,
was
bro.
18. We started dating when I was 19. And then we had the longest engagement in the world because we wanted to get all this stuff done first before we got married. Wanted to finish school, wanted to do this, wanted to have a job, like everything. Had all that in order, then we got married.
Damn, bro. That's awesome, bro. Now you guys have the little saint.
Yeah. That's
That's all. That's beautiful,
what do
man.
you think about it? Because I mean, let's see, 2006 to now,
Mm-hmm.
16 years.
It's
Known
awesome,
her
bro.
for 17 years. I met her July 7th, 2005.
Nice. Remember the day, bro. That's awesome. Yeah. So the little guy, what kind of hell does he give y'all, or does he not give y'all hell?
You know, he is like a cool little 4-year-old. He amazes me a lot, and he's obedient like 99% of the time. You know, one of the challenges right now, I would say during the pandemic when I was working, like I'd get home sometimes like after 10 to 11. I mean, it was a weird work schedule during the pandemic. I was going to work sometimes as early as 6 o'clock, and then getting home super late, and he would wake up, and I'd be like dead tired, and we'd like fall asleep on the couch or fall asleep in bed. And like now, just trying to get him to stay in his room, waking up midnight, 2 a.m. Hey, yeah, I'm like, go back to your room. He's huge, man. He's like 4 foot, 60 pounds. We got him a full-size bed. Go lay in it. He had a full-size bed till I was a freshman in high school.
That's funny, bro. I like that one video. That one video, you're like, and he wakes up.
Yeah.
And you're like, that's for last night.
Yeah. Man. Dude.
That was funny, bro. Yeah, man.
We're up, kid. But yeah, I would say that's probably like, if he gave us hell, it's that shit right there.
It'd never be the same. You'll never get the same amount of sleep you used to get.
No, I mean, he slept in his room fine forever. And then, you know, 2020 pandemic. But I made a meme. I'll have to send it to you. But have you ever seen the movie Hereditary?
No.
Great fucking movie. Anyways, I don't want to spoil it for you, but I made a meme based on that movie saying, you know, my good night's sleep and my kid. You know what I mean? And so it shows something that totally annihilated someone in that movie. So when you see the movie, you'll get the meme. But that was the week when he started doing that bullshit of waking up.
That's funny, bro.
And then like there was a time where it's like, oh, he's been, you know, 2 months sleeping fine in his fucking room, and then all of a sudden he's getting up and doing the shit again. And for a good while, he was sleeping till about 4 or 5, and that was fine. Oh yeah, good. You know, I'm waking up in an hour anyway. It's fine. I feel rested. But you know, I play video games with my buddies at night, and he's waking up and says, "Oh, hey, Dad," you know, farts in my face and lays down. My buddy was like, "Go to bed."
Oh, that's funny, bro.
And then like, yeah, I give him Benadryl. I'm like, it doesn't do anything now because he does have allergies. But you give him Benadryl, he's fucking hyper. He eats Benadryl about 2 hours before he goes to bed because he's hyper his ass. You give it to him, he's like, yeah. Like 4 rails of coke. He's all over the place. I heard him say that in the movies. I never did it.
Yeah. Wink, right? Yeah, my wife's like, yeah, I'll give him some NyQuil. I'm like, what? NyQuil? They never did that. I mean, they never did it in my household, but apparently they did it in her household.
No, he unfortunately has like I right before we did this, I put that shit in my eyes because I had bad allergies. My eyes feel like Satan's spitting in them every day. He gets that too. So, you know, when he starts getting real congested, like he'll start sneezing like 50 times in a row, and I'll do that shit too. I'll give him Benadryl, but if it's too close to bedtime, it's like, oh fuck, dude, just shooting myself in the head right now because I'm gonna have to give him some liquid coke.
Put him to bed. Wow, bro. What's one parenting trend that society is totally getting wrong?
I'm not gonna comment on that.
Right.
No, That's, I mean, it's not my spot to tell people how to parent or comment on their parenting
Yeah.
in this live area.
Yeah, right.
It'll sneak back up on me one day.
That's
This is
funny,
what he
bro.
said 10 years ago
Yeah.
on this podcast. Oh, well, fucking parents. No, man. I mean, everybody's doing what they can do to raise their kid how they feel is right.
Yeah,
I
bro.
learned a lot from my parents. I was
Mhm.
fortunate enough to have my grandparents around
Mm.
and help out there. Both my dad and my grandpa taught me how to work hard and work right, and nothing's gonna be given to you. And both my grandmother and my grandmother very nurturing, very helpful. I learned a lot how to cook with both of them, and
Mhm.
everybody had something they taught me, and I was able to develop my parenting from that. Now, whatever my parents taught me went out the window when they became grandparents, because I don't know where. I mean, they all of a sudden they got money from McDonald's every day. Like, it's so strange how they just turn into big softies with grandkids.
Yeah, it's very interesting, bro. It's like you won't. It's like we won't understand it until we get there. Would you rather want to meet your great grandson or great grandfather?
I want to see the grandson. I want to see what I haven't learned about. Yeah, you gotta keep your eyes on the future. Past happened. People
Mm.
can tell me about the past. My grandpa could tell me about his grandfather, his dad. My
Mm-hmm.
mom could tell me about this. No one's gonna be able to tell me about, my great grandson. I want to see
Mm.
what's up. And
Interesting, bro.
yeah.
Yeah. So you get into do you get into like futuristic stuff, like where you think societies will be?
Oh man, I'm gonna contradict myself because I said focus on the future, but also live in the now. Try to be present. I mean, who knows what's gonna happen? You watch Back to the Future Part Two in
Hmm.
2015 looked way different than from what 2015 actually was.
Right.
I don't, you know what I mean? So I just kind of, you just like live in the now, focus on the now, get stuff done for now, and just, kind of see what happens with the future, go with the flow. That doesn't mean don't plan. That doesn't mean like try to have goals or expectations.
Mm.
But I mean, I don't know where we're going to be 5 years from now.
Do
I
you
mean,
feel do you feel like decisions will determine what the future will hold? You like
yeah, definitely, man. I mean, knowing what we know now compared to what we did 2 years ago,
mm,
things could have been a lot different.
yeah,
People could still have their businesses, their lives. I mean, things could have been
crazy.
so different. But that's life, though. You learn.
Hmm.
I guarantee you, if we ever have to experience anything like what we experienced again, they're not going to handle it that way. I mean, actually, they already changed how they handle it.
Hmm. Like we adapt, like as we know we change now, like you said, so that I don't know. I guess maybe so that it won't happen again, or
Yeah.
if it does happen, you know what I mean?
Or you know what to do when it does happen again.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Cool, man. I appreciate you coming on the show, Dale. You want to share anything else?
No, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Thanks for everyone who listens. Order a shirt because they're good. They fit big dudes, which I always appreciate.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, it's hard to find clothes that fit, right?
right on.
Because
Which one do you have? Is it the All Style?
I have
The
uh
brand?
right what I'm wearing right now,
Yeah,
or
no, the one that you bought from us. The tag, is it All Style or Gildan?
Gildan.
The Gildan one.
Gildan
Yeah.
3XL. Because a lot
Okay.
of times I'll get a 3XL and it's like this. It fits snug in my shoulders.
Uh.
But it's a giant bell.
Uh.
Whereas like a 2XL might fit my lower torso better, but it's like tight as hell up here. Like this shirt, it fits me well. Your
Right.
shirt, they fit me well. Um, but there's a lot of shirts out there that just won't. They won't fit.
Yeah, I was telling Brittany because I'm a big dude. I wear 3X myself. and I was like, I was gonna try different brands like Pro 5
Mhm.
and of course our style, and then the Gildan to see which ones fit. Because I don't like when they shrink either. I'm kind of tall and they shrink, and it's like, you waste the shirt.
Yeah,
It sucks.
there's some really cool shirts out there that fit perfect up here, but then they cut off like at my belly button. I'm like, shit.
Yeah,
All you had to do is add like another 3 inches.
yeah, exactly, bro.
It fit a week ago.
Yeah, yeah, man, exactly, bro. It's awesome. Yeah, no, we appreciate the business too, man. You bought stickers, you bought shirts. That's
Yep.
awesome, man.
Yeah, I like it. It's also really cool to see everybody's taking Corpus Christi. How they want to do it. We have Made in Corpus Christi. We have this. Fresco puts out some shirts. All the tattoo shops have a shirt.
Hmm.
It's just really cool to see everyone's take on it. I'd like to have a take on it one day. I think I shared that with you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, I like to see when it comes out.
I like to me, all that like retro wave stuff reminds me of the city. Um,
Wow.
I'll have to send it to you, but there's an old KHI promo that's pretty much signing off saying, "Hey, good night, Corpus Christi," right? Like they used to back in the day. Old school
Yeah.
TV used to actually shut off for a bit. Um, and they play that song by I think it's called "Lights." When the lights go down
Hmm.
in the city,
Hmm.
the sun shines on the bay.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That song to me, even though I think it's about San Francisco, that song's purely Corpus.
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
The whole aesthetic around that time, the way everything was designed,
Mm.
fonts, everything, whether it be like the cool trendy thing or even the classic sign for a store, everything just looked really good.
Cool.
I feel, and that song reminds me of the city. The way everything looks in that video reminds me of the city.
Wow,
And
bro.
I think it was perfectly done. Um, yeah, that dude still works at Cage Fly. He's a cool guy.
That's what's up, bro. It's like people have different memories of the city. Yeah, man, that's awesome, and it's pretty cool. I hope my brand does that for people. It's more like purpose driven for me instead of just like. I mean, I like design. I like the designs and all that stuff.
Mhm.
Like, I want to put a post like, "Hey, what does this brand mean to you?" You know what I mean?
Do a story poll.
Yeah, good idea. What is that exactly? So, how do you post that? Like one of those?
So you can create um, your story with video or with a picture, and
Mm-hmm.
then you add your little poll sticker in there.
Mm.
And now with an update that came out in February, you can have more than two choices, and I think
Oh,
you can even have a fill-in option.
oh, nice. Heck yeah, dude.
Or
That'll work.
you can use the question sticker
Right?
and
And
then
then have them like,
share the responses in the post after. People love that shit. Oh, look, there's me. There's my answer. People are people
no.
are obsessed with themselves. Everybody is.
Yeah. Hey, do you like that idea about like tagging somebody for like a giveaway?
Yeah, it's a great idea. People love being tagged.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's cool, bro. I gotta talk to you about some more about that stuff. It's really
Yeah.
helpful.
Yeah. I mean, I think like I like your take. Like when you look at your logo and
Mm.
stuff, the Corpus Christi original is not whatever graphic you have it with, but you have like this old English Corpus Christi. It's like reminiscent of the color times. It's
Mm.
reminiscent of like kind of like a Chicano lifestyle, and it's also just like something everybody can relate to.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have this nice little cursive originals. Like it mixes it up, and I think it's really good. I think it flows well, and then you just share like your little graphic with it, and it's good.
Cool, man. I appreciate
Brainwave.
that.
I love the brainwave. You know what I mean? And then you have my son took the sticker. I didn't want him to. I liked it, but the
Mm.
or the hat like that. And
Oh yeah.
it's classic. Like how many kids have you seen at Sunrise Mall fucking around that look like that?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, same shit, dude. Like there's all these little things about the city that the city has a feel,
Yeah.
and I think you're onto a good thing and how to like bring that across. um I think it's important when you talk about the city to have that feel come across, when you're trying to get people to come here. People are coming here, they're not going to stop coming here,
Hmm.
but we want to also like bring new people here, you know what I
Right.
mean? um there's no reason why people should only come here to fish for a tournament.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, we should see droves of people coming in fishing. We should see a bunch of people come out here to come eat some food. You know what I mean? Like, look at our brewery scene. Got Lazy Beach, Rebel, Lorelei, Oasis. Look how quickly that's growing. Lazy Beach like paved that way. Like, they got that shit started for us. And so it's really cool to see everything coming up. And we have Aerodrome out in the Bluff area by NAS. You got a distillery there. I mean, there's so much here to do. There's so much here to love. It really is a little hidden gem of Texas. It is. And it's like a cliche thing to sing hidden gem. But it is. And the Gulf Coast is filled with little treasures. And I think we're the biggest gemstone you can find in the box.
It's crazy, bro.
We're not as large as like Galveston, Houston area. But it's a little spot. You can find a beach house in Rockport, Port Aransas, Corpus. You can find a little hotel, a little condo somewhere. You can enjoy the beach, and you could on a little food journey. You can go on a little beer thing. You can go do so many different things here.
Yeah, bro. That's awesome. That's very appreciative, man. Awesome. Yeah, well, yeah, I keep trying to say goodbye, man.
Okay, we got to get going.
I appreciate you coming on and for tell the family we said hi, and yeah, we're gonna be posting this up. So
totally. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, bro.
Keep doing what you do, man. I like it.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. You have a good day, Del.
Yeah, take it easy.
All right, y'all. That was Del Stephan. I'll leave some links in the description so you can find him online. You can follow his page. Also, if you want to support this podcast, check out the merch at corpuschristioriginals.com.